All right, we're live.
Hooray!
Yeah, we're here. Hello.
We did it. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Got some follow-up. I talked about this a few weeks ago.
Okay.
If you recall, Nintendo had said the whole Zelda Notes thing, they gotta send screenshots.
Yep.
So I did it, and the package has arrived.
Okay.
And I brought some show and tell of what has shown up.
Okay. Awesome.
First thing, notebook. Write in notebook.
Nice. Okay.
I actually don't really have much use for notebooks, but
So just a blank notebook that you can write in. Nice. Okay, cool.
second,
Oh, a little plushie.
Link plushie.
Cute.
Breath of the Wild branded.
That's cute. I like it. Yeah. Good.
Okay. Third,
Okay.
last but not least,
Mm-hmm.
giant Korok plushie.
The Korok's good. I like the Korok more than the Link, honestly. It's cool.
Yeah, so Nintendo sent me this because I played some more Zelda.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, Nintendo.
Well worth it. Yeah, there you go.
I'm actually probably just going to take these into the office. I don't have space for a bunch of
Yeah.
in my apartment.
Yeah, I understand
Set them up
that.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep. But very cute. And yes, the Korok is like just large enough to make it pretty funny. So
Yeah. Nice pillow or something, maybe.
yeah, like it's basically the size of like one of my throw pillows on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, but I got to ask you, because last time you hadn't watched any Alien Earth yet, and now 3 episodes are out. Have you watched any?
Yes, I've watched all of them so far.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, so I was a little bit, I didn't know anything going into it about like where this is in the time period, so it threw me off that it was like early in the like lore, I guess, of alien stuff. Specifically, it was interesting that like Utani and Wayland are kind of like separate entities, and there's like the Megacorps or whatever, and this kid running another one. Like, I kind of liked a lot of the setup and how like nonchalantly like the thing that like you expect is just kind of like another creature on this vessel or whatever that's just full of these fucked up creatures. Like, I kind of like that there's just these weird entities on this vessel
that shot was awful.
Yeah, there's some really gross stuff, and I'm a big fan. It's very like 90s coded stuff too, where there's just like what I feel are somewhat inappropriate like songs that are used, and like whatever.
Okay.
It's cool. I really enjoy a lot of what they're doing. I need to see where they're going with this though, because the way some of the stuff that happens in episode 3, I don't really want to talk specifics because people should watch it or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that the main character is like a synth or an android. This weird like half person, half something else, but not a cyborg, because that's kind of a different thing. But like, I'm a little bit worried that they're going to Mary Sue her because of it, where she can just do whatever they need. And I kind of hope that's not the case.
They have shown a couple things like that. Yes.
There's one specific thing in episode 3 that I'm like, that doesn't seem like that should be possible, but okay. We'll see where they're going with this.
Let me ask you this. What are your thoughts on the Ice Age movies being canon in the Alien universe?
I mean, it makes sense. Technically, I guess everything could be canon in the Alien universe because there's humans.
I was saying that I was saying to a friend, Alien Earth is so good. And then I sent a tweet to them where someone had written like, I love that Ice Age is canon in the Alien universe. My friend was like, what? And then I sent a response to that tweet where someone showed a frame where it's Wendy, Sid the Sloth next to each other, because they do this like kind of crossfade in the first or second episode.
Yeah.
So they're both there, and it's like, this is an actual frame from Alien Earth. And I just said, Alien Earth is so good.
Yeah. There's some really cool stuff in it. I need to know like what their reasoning for this kind of amazing technology that is the basis of the main character, like the synth character people, and like why this never got brought up in the past iterations, which happened in the future, because it seems like really important technology maybe to be able to do with people. I'm sure there's like, they're just going to hand wave it off as like, yeah, I don't know, tech got lost or something, but being able to transmit people's minds into like a thing seems like really miraculous in a way that they've never explored before.
Well, I mean, they haven't gone public with it yet, right? Everything is
right,
isolated to the Neverland island.
That's
and they
right.
just brought a whole bunch of like nightmare beasts to this.
Right. And also, we've never heard of this miracle kid before.
5 episodes.
Yeah.
Some shit's gonna happen on that island.
Absolutely, and it's all gonna be like an incident that maybe never got out or something. Like, yeah, that's totally correct, probably.
Well, and I mean, I obviously what I've experienced from Alien is less than you because I've only seen 1, 2, and Prometheus.
Okay, those are good ones. Yeah,
I understand Covenant is also set before this, so I guess that doesn't quite matter.
Yeah.
So what is still after this that I haven't seen? 3. And is there anything else?
I mean, all of them, basically. This is like one of the second or third things on the timeline.
Right, but I'm talking about that I haven't seen. Is it just 3?
Oh my god. I'm trying to remember what's the other one's name?
The one that just came out, Romulus?
Yes, Romulus, that's the one. So
okay,
you have 1, 2, 3.
I've also
seen. And Resurrection. Resurrection is almost like a meme. So
okay,
it's like the last thing on the.
I guess what my point was is everything that I've seen in the Alien franchise is not on Earth, so it doesn't really matter what happened on Earth. They never talk about it.
No, for sure, they never talk about Earth at all in basically any of it. Yeah. No, this is its own standalone thing.
You know, because this is somewhat of a precursor to a lot of the stuff. Like there are events yet to come where people are still going out and like looking for xenomorphs. So this can't be a huge widespread thing on Earth. Otherwise they would have been like, we need to stay away.
Right. Yeah, no, this would still be new-ish for sure. To humanity, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's
cool though. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. They have a lot of plot threads happening right now, so I hope they can deliver on all of them because we're almost halfway through this season. It's 8 episodes. Yeah.
No, they're doing a lot of cool stuff, and it's just kind of fun. It's just kind of a fun. I mean, I like the Alien universe, and it's one of those basically every week.
It looks great though, don't you think?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty good.
A lot of money on screen, that's for sure. And then tonight is Peacemaker.
Yes, I've been excited.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Which I understand James Gunn has been out there saying how important season 2 of Peacemaker is going to be for his new DC universe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's why they even fast tracked getting Superman on like home VOD so that people could watch it in time for Peacemaker season 2. So I am very curious what this season is. I'm curious what the new theme song, the intro song is, because first season 1's intro thing was unskippable as far as I'm concerned.
Agreed.
In a modern era of television where you skip the intro, I don't think I skipped Peacemakers ever.
No, it's great every time. Every time.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That's what I'll be doing after this podcast. As soon as this podcast is done, this stupid podcast in the way.
Don't have to tell me. I wanted to watch it right away. Well, I had to wait for girlfriend to come home because she wants to watch it too. So
fair enough. Okay, well then let's get into it. This is the Top Down Perspective, August 21st. I'm Sean Booker.
Paul Fleck.
Paul, what have you been playing?
I've been revisiting Metroid Fusion. I don't really know why, but
getting ready for Prime 4.
Getting ready for Prime 4, yeah. I started playing it kind of randomly. Actually, it's not random. Okay. Nintendo Switch has a thing where you can earn like Switch coins or whatever, and those coins can be used to buy like avatars or whatever, like just
really important cool unlocks like display picks and frames for your display pick.
That's right. And to be able to do that, you have to prove that you have access to like the stuff that you're buying some of the things for, which Metroid Fusion was one of them. So what it makes you do is like before you buy it or whatever, you have to load it up. So it's just like their DRM or whatever to see if you're part of the expansion or whatever the hell. So I did that, and then I started playing just a little bit of it because I had it open. I was like, oh, right, I love this game. And I just kept playing, basically.
This is the Game Boy Advance one?
The Game Boy Advance one, yeah. This is the one where...
I've never played it.
Okay. It's the one where you lose, like, all your stuff, and...
Let me guess, you lose all your abilities, and then one by one you get them back, and then you can open different doors and stuff?
Basically, there's a
Maybe I have played
version
this one,
of you.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let me know if you've heard this one before. No, there's a clone version of you that's also chasing you down, which is kind of the gimmick in this one, and that is like the fully powered version of you. So you have to hide from it. That's also in
several other ones with like Dark Samus and stuff. Like,
yeah, I think this came before like those ones though. Like this is kind of the prototype version of the Dark Samus whatever. And I really like those
Dark
parts.
Link. There's a Dark Mario. Nintendo
Dread.
Just kind of
Metroid Dread is like the follow-up to... If you played Metroid Dread, it was like everything that like it did with the... What the hell was the name of that thing again? The robot that was like hunting you?
We have to do kind of stealth stuff? I don't remember at all.
Okay. This is like the prototype version of that. So there are some annoying parts where all of a sudden you are like attacked and you have to run away. And maybe you don't know exactly where to go and you'll get two-shot and whatever. So, I mean, I like that stuff. I think that it's kind of fun. I know if you're like a speedrunner or somebody that replays games, stuff like that is infuriating. But I'm not. I'd just like to have that experience or whatever. So, no, it's a cool game. I have been saying for a long time it's probably my favorite 2D Metroid game. And after playing it again, it still might be. I really, really enjoyed that. I kind of want to go back.
What's your favorite 3D?
Other M, obviously. No, I don't know. I don't generally like the 3D ones. I guess like I really enjoyed my time with the Prime Remaster when I was able to dump that cart onto my computer and use keyboard and mouse. That was really cool. That game was awesome. I like how it
then you're
plays.
Probably really excited for Prime 4 because that also has mouse controls.
I'm also really excited for them to maybe put the mouse controls in Prime Remaster. Since I own it already, I'll just play it again or whatever with the mouse control on the Switch 2.
I would be surprised if they did that.
Really? I'd be surprised if they didn't. It seems like something they could add easily and maybe sell that game again, since their games never go on sale.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Metroid Fusion is still good, in my opinion, though, so I had a really good time with that. That's pretty much the big thing I've done this week, though.
Okay, I'm still just kind of going through Donkey Kong, because I'm like closer to the end
Where are you?
than I am to the beginning. I'm a little bit into the tropical world with all like the rainbow flying stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
You're catching up to me.
I've kind of been playing a whole bunch of that. But I've also, starting yesterday, because it came out on Game Pass with its 1.0 release, the Rogue Prince of Persia.
Yeah, okay.
I can tell I'm going to get pretty heavy into this game. It's got the Dead Cells DNA, which is awesome. I also love that every now and then there's not exactly challenge rooms, but little kind of like platforming challenges to get like some extra coins or something. So it's got a lot of the Prince of Persia DNA in there. Question for you, because I know you've played it more than I have at this point. Is there any time rewind mechanic other than when you die, you technically are rewinding time to start a new run?
You know, I don't actually know because I played it in like an alpha build. So I haven't seen like an updated one at all.
Okay. I'd be surprised if there was, but who knows?
Yeah.
Great. It has a great look. I like the like momentum mechanic,
Yeah.
where if you're attacking things fast enough, doing enough like cool combos and wall runs, you start moving faster, which is cool because then it makes weapons that are like slow even more deadly because now you're using them like you're getting rid of their one weakness, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. But it's like just close enough to Dead Cells. I do think the combat is slicker in Dead Cells, but this is like
Yeah.
just close enough that I'm like really clicking with it. So I'm planning to play like a whole bunch of that.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that. It looks really good. I really like the art style on it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And at this point, like it's from Evil Empire, who is one of the two Dead Cell teams. I'll probably play anything that those people just put out.
Yeah, they've proven themselves for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So yeah, I've been playing that, and then the main game I can't talk about until actually tomorrow, so that's just bad timing for us.
That seems to always be the case. That's really infuriating.
Yeah, what can you do? So I'll talk about that next week.
Oh well, yeah.
But I will say, like a million games came out this week. Like my and are like about to come out. Like my backlog is about to explode.
Yeah, September for me, I think is pretty bad. I don't remember specifics, but there's a lot coming up for me.
It's like, well, we're going to talk about some of the news. We got Silk Song. We got Borderlands 4. Ghost of Yotai is immediately after
in October,
September
right?
ends.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
okay,
October
good.
4th or something like that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
I gotta say goodbye to some friends over the next few weeks, and it's gonna be hard because I'm going to Europe for like 2 weeks there. So I have to like get a bunch of PC ports of these, so I have play them on my Steam Deck or something.
Oh sure, yeah. A lot of stuff's coming out.
Let's do some news. A lot happened this week.
Yeah.
Including 3 live streams. So let's start with the first one, the Kirby Air Riders 47.5-minute Nintendo Direct. Did you watch this?
Oh god, no. I want to play this game. I don't care about like any specifics about it. Like I'm kind of just
what I kind of loved about it is Sakurai just kind of came on there and he just basically made like one of his YouTube videos where he's like, I'm just going to talk really in depth about this game.
Sure.
Like it's not like a typical Nintendo Direct. It's much more of like he was making this for his YouTube channel. And Nintendo said, "Hey, can we put it on our YouTube channel instead?"
That's great. That's awesome.
He was also like kind of just throwing shade a bit, which was pretty funny. There's this one moment where he was like, "The first Kirby Air Ride used only one button. Kirby Air Riders uses 2, unfortunately." And then he explains what the second button does.
What the hell?
Fact that he said "unfortunately" was so good.
That's so weird.
What was the other one that he kind of he mentioned like making games is hard. He plugged his own YouTube channel. And he also talked about it's weird that Nintendo has 2 kart racers coming out this year.
That's really weird.
It was so good. Like I said, it almost seemed like he was just making his own video, and Nintendo was like, "Well, it's Sakurai. Like, we should
upload it to ours.
This.
Yeah,
we should put it on ours. If you let us put it on our channel, we'll let you say whatever you want." And it's even him just like playing it and talking while he's playing and stuff like that.
Oh man!
But it goes like extremely in depth. So, big thing is we got a release date November 20th.
Okay, sure.
So
it looks like there's a
Thanksgiving.
A battle mode is being shown here. I have it kind of running as we're chatting about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's because it has its race mode. It has the typical like world mode, whatever it is, where you're racing around trying to upgrade yourself, and then you go into like a little arena areas and stuff like that. And
gotcha. Yeah,
$70.
Okay. I mean, I'm probably gonna get this if nothing else because first of all, I know that I liked Kirby Air Ride, the first one there, but more than anything, to just like throw the monetary support, saying like I want more of this type of stuff. So
Nintendo needs a bit more money, is what you're saying. Help them out. Help with
they need a little bit more money. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, this is kind of more what I wanted from Mario Kart. Honestly, like it looks more like what I wanted, just a standard kart racer, not like an open world thing with races in between and whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, now you get both. You got your choice. I'm looking forward to it. I
Looks
like
good.
Air Ride, but I never owned it. It was a game I like played at friends' houses.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm looking forward to playing a bunch of this one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the second stream, the kind of main show of the week. This Gamescom is happening right now. So
Yes.
Opening Night Live happened. Did you watch this stream?
This I did. Yeah, I wasn't going to miss this one.
Okay, well, let's just kind of go through and call out some stuff we're excited for. Why don't you kick us off?
I mean, I know it's not going to get any talk and people are going to roll their eyes, but I was happy to see what Black Ops 7 looked like, even though it's just like weird, like Scarecrow Arkham Asylum shit going on or something in that story mode, weird bendiness and using fear.
I'm excited that it's a co-op campaign. Like, that's always
full 4-player too, which is kind of cool. Yeah, 4-player co-op.
Like I'm probably going to play through the new Gears remastered just because it's like another good co-op game coming out next week.
Sure, yeah.
And they also had the beta announcement, I think October 5th, something like that.
Yeah, and the date, November 14th is when it releases, around like Remembrance Day, Veterans Day, like it always is when they release one of these. So those are kind of the big things. I don't know. I like the Black Ops campaigns because they're usually batshit insane. So I'm excited for this one, even though it's only been a year since they've done one. Whatever. It's fine.
Okay, I'm going to mix up our format as we continue to go through this live stream. We're going to go back and forth and guess what the other person's going to be excited about. And regardless of what each of us guesses, the other person has to talk about it.
Okay. I think you're going to be excited about Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
This actually, like, I'm not, but it seems the internet really is.
Yeah, I thought this looked kind of lame, if I'm going to be honest, but I kept saying, I just don't think I'm the demographic for this at all, so whatever.
Well, this is the follow-up from the Skywalker saga, which got, like, great reviews. Like, people loved that Lego game. This is, I kind of like this is not on a specific Batman thing, it's just kind of everything Batman, and it almost seems like a way to kind of, like, see if there's any interest in another Arkham game, because it has the Arkham combat.
I did find it funny that they're like, we came up with this cool new combat. It's like, oh yeah, the Arkham guys did that, and it's awesome. That's great. You should use that.
Yeah, that was cool. Like 15 years ago too. Yeah, nice work. And also, just Matt Berry is doing Bane, and like that. I'm happy that guy's getting more work.
I mean, that was kind of the highlight for me, honestly. So I guess that just shows how little I care about the actual project myself. I don't know.
Okay, next one that I think you're probably excited about was the second time World of Tanks showed up to announce World of Tanks Heat.
I've played World of Tanks. That game is kind of awesome. If you have a more arcadey and less like crazy, like in-depth version of that, that's probably going to be pretty fun with some buddies. I'm always
pretty like surprised when I get like a press release for World of Tanks, because World of Tanks has been around
forever,
before video games were. Like it's just kind of always been there, and they're just like, we're adding these 7 new tank types, and I'm like, there's 7 more tanks? Like, did you guys just invent these? What are you talking about? How do you not have all the tanks yet? How many tanks are there?
My favorite thing about World of Tanks is when there's arguments on the internet and some like army guys release like documents that they shouldn't, proving the other people wrong about the tanks. That's so good. That's so funny.
And I'll just add on to that. I always like the follow-up reporting on it, where they add like again at the end of the headline.
Yeah.
Because it keeps happening.
Yeah, it happens so often. It's really good. It's really funny.
Okay.
Sorry, what are you excited for, actually?
What am I excited for, actually? I'm going to go with Onimusha. Still looks fantastic, and there's been more previews coming out of it. Capcom seems like next year they're going to just hit it out of the park. They got Resident Evil 9, Onimusha, and Pragmata all coming out next year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Which I feel like at that point, let's just move right into Resident Evil, because that's what they kind of ended with.
Sure. Yeah, I was less impressed with what they showed here and more impressed that, like, because they're at Gamescom and they're letting press actually, like, get the demo that was at the other one that was kind of behind closed doors, that video is actually circulating of that part now. And
yeah.
so I've been.
Oh, is it the like hospital-ish kind of thing with the creature chasing you?
Yeah, and like hiding in the dark from it and whatever. It chomping your head.
That's what I played back at Summer Game Fest. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's been exciting because I kind of feel like the thing that they just showed the setup of Grace and her mom, like what happened in the past at the hotel or whatever, and then that's all they showed, and like I don't care.
That was new. They didn't show any of that.
Right before, yeah,
and the summer, yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't care about any of that. I want to see the gameplay stuff. So I watched a lot of the gameplay videos that people have been putting out of that demo, and that game looks fucking scary in a lot of ways.
It was. Like I said, I was very happy that I had watched someone play through it before I went hands on with it.
Yeah, sure, fair enough. No, it looks very cool. I'm excited to play that eventually.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that you're excited for Silent Hill F.
I am, to the point where like you don't need to show me any more of it. Just release the fucking thing. I think it comes out in like a month or so. Comes out at the end of next month, so I'm pretty stoked, pretty happy about it.
Oh, is that another September release?
Yeah, it's the end of September. Yeah, like 26 or something. Leads into October. I think this kind of just showed some of the English voice acting and like just some basic story stuff, but nothing too crazy. I just want to play that game. I'm excited. I'm just seeing if there's anything here. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice anime. Yeah, I'm into that. I'll watch that. That was exciting.
So not to totally burst your bubble, I understand this studio is using AI to make a lot of their animes.
Really? That's interesting because it looked hand-drawn from the bit they've shown. To the point where it's like, oh, this isn't very smooth looking. I wonder if this is actually hand-animated.
I don't know specifically what they're using it for. Just I was kind of like reading like a tweet about it that they have a history of that. So,
to be honest with you, I don't care about that very much. But yeah, that's shitty. That's shitty.
Absolutely. Yep. What about that Fallout trailer?
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I can't wait. Fallout. Was that my like show of the year that year? I don't remember, but
I don't remember.
Probably going to be up there this year. December. It comes out December, and I'm excited. I really, really love that show. New Vegas looks pretty awesome. Definitely down for more Goggins as the ghoul. It's my fave.
And it's like December 20th, so I guess that's going to be like a Christmas watch.
Yeah, just in time for Christmas. The perfect time for it. Perfect time. No, it looks cool. I don't actually... Oh, I know what you were excited about. Seeing more of the Order of Giants DLC for Indiana Jones.
Sure. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Oh man, that's also September 4th? Shit.
Yes, it is. It is.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because why not?
September's so messed up. Yeah, that game's great. Did you ever finish it?
No, I'm going to go back and finish it now that this is coming out.
Where are you in that game?
Same place. Where the hell did I end up? I think I was in the desert or something. The second area.
So you got second out of the 3 areas. Okay.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah, I want more of that. The game is just great. I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay, what about... Okay, here's one I'm going to call out. It's a short thing. Zero Paradise. The next game from Zaum, who did Disco Elysium. And one of the reasons I want to call it out is as partially a PSA. People Make Games, one of my favorite, video game documentation YouTube channels. They, a few years back, did this big 2.5-hour long video on like what happened at Zaum, why did everyone break away and is suing each other. They did a follow-up 2-hour documentary that came out this week.
Oh.
To be like, we need to talk about Zaum again because there are now 5 studios trying to make quote unquote the follow-up to Disco Elysium because this team has splintered off into so many different things and is like suing each other for what happened and all the firings and whatnot. And People Make Games covered that. So if you're interested in like weird things happening in the game industry, you're interested in Disco Elysium and Zaum and stuff like that, check out the People Make Games. You now have 4.5 hours of documentary to watch. Really good work. And what I really liked about this follow-up one is that they even like kind of called themselves out, and they were like, you know what? We screwed up when we were doing some of our reporting. This is how we showed some things, and this is how we should have shown them instead. And they spend like half an hour dissecting their own documentary about how they could have done better. And then they go into the new reporting and stuff. So it's just like a really great watch.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, I'm going to assume that you're excited for Bubsy 4D.
I thought that looked actually pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
It looked okay.
Tom's right.
Yeah. I don't know. Like they have to hit once, right? they have to hit it out of the park once, right?
From what I understand, the developers seem to know that like everybody hates Bubsy and they're like in on the joke.
Yeah, they are.
Which I guess is good.
Yeah. I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So good for them for trying to get.
Sure. I'm just kind of surprised they have funding for this. Like,
yeah.
Did the meme like go get them far enough? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. No, I don't know. It looks okay. I'll say. I think okay is the right term.
Yeah. And then there's just some like obvious ones, Outer Worlds 2, I'm still excited for. I'm gonna say kind of overall, I was a little lukewarm, kind of tepid on this whole thing.
I agree.
Mostly because they were advertising it as like, hey, we got these 6 big games, and then there was kind of no real surprise other than the Wukong sequel getting
I am excited
very
for that. Dong Kui or whatever. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
But the downside was that trademark leaked the morning of, so we already knew it was coming.
I mean, I did, so I was excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the World of Warcraft expansion?
Yeah, I mean, so they're doing like a trilogy kind of thing or whatever, where 3 expansions tell one giant story. So I'm already in okay. Yeah.
Are you actually excited, or are you just like obligated because of your history with this game? So you're just trapped in this like cycle.
I mean, there might be a little bit of that as well, like some Stockholm syndrome going on there for sure. But sure. I still generally really like a lot of World of Warcraft stuff, especially because they've tailored a lot of that game around the idea that people don't like throw their whole life away into games anymore. So like you can pick at it semi-casually and still get some decent stuff out of it. So yeah, no, I am excited actually. Also, Dawn of War 4. Okay. Those Dawn of War games are pretty cool, and the fact that they're making an RTS in 2026 is insane.
In 2026? Like I thought that crazy. Genre was just dead, like gone.
Absolutely crazy. Yep. Yeah, no, there's a lot of things here that I was like, yeah, okay, but I agree. I wasn't like blown away, I would say.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the last kind of a live stream. Which was Silk Song. This happened this morning. And I guess this article is no longer readable. I read it this morning. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. But Bloomberg also did a report of like why Silk Song took 7 years. So it got a release date. And I think it was September 4th. But again, I can't read this article anymore.
It's September 4th.
Okay. And it was, this is Dracer Schreier over at Bloomberg who interviewed the Team Cherry and was asking, why'd this take so long? And he even calls out over on Blue Sky. It was nice that the response to that was not because, usually games that take this long, it's because of like mismanagement and weird publisher stuff going on. But to them, it was just like, we were just having fun and we just kept making game.
That's great.
And awesome. He kind of called out how refreshing that was to hear that.
Yeah.
And yeah, that thing comes out in like a week and a half. So I am like full steam ahead finishing the last half of Hollow Knight over here now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. My life is ruined for the first week of September. I'm just telling you. Because Demon School comes out September 3rd, which is a game I've been looking forward to.
Yes, which
for
I believe I have 3 code years. For already.
So like
I played Demon School at a PAX West like
a decade ago, I believe it.
5 years ago or something. Like
I believe that. So I'm pretty mad that comes out September 3rd. listen to this for me for September 4th. Silksong, okay. Hell Is Us, and Indiana Jones if I get to like the... Indiana Jones is probably going to take the backseat because I still need to play the rest of that game or whatever.
You need to finish it, yeah.
But that's all in one day. And then the next day is Chronos The New Dawn, which is basically like a Dead Space type game, which I'm super excited for. That week is awful for me. For like, I'm going to have to make some bad choices about what I throw to the side. Yeah, crazy.
And then for me, the following week, we got Borderlands 4, which obviously I'm excited about.
That one I can throw to the side, but I'm eyeing it a little bit, especially if you can actually turn Claptrap down. I'm definitely more in.
Right, as we've talked extensively.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Xbox, they're at Gamescom. They put out a bunch of information about the Ally, the handheld coming. The main kind of call out points. October 16th is the launch date.
Oh, okay. I don't know any of this information, by the way, so I'm learning this as you talk about it.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, Best Buy put up a listing for prices and then has since taken it down.
Okay.
So what Best Buy did put up was that the Ally, the cheaper, the white one, is going to be $550. Obviously, this is American prices. Mm-hmm. The Ally X, the more powerful black one, is $900. Mm-hmm. You have a 30-watt charging dock that also works as a dock for your TV. So it's got HDMI out. That's $100, and a case for $70, which makes me think it's not going to come with a case like the Steam Deck does, which is a bummer because of course you want a case. That's just a built-in price. That was one of the things that I was like, Switch 2 versus Steam Deck. Well, the Steam Deck gets you a case. There's no way you don't buy a case for your Switch 2. Like. So if you're looking at the $1,000 one, the $900 one, now it's $1,000. Best Buy has since taken that price listing down, and then the same day Best Buy put up a new price that had both of them at $10,000. So I'm going to assume it is somewhere between those two prices.
If you remember, this tracks for me because I estimated it would probably be around $900. So this seems correct. However, it could be placeholder as well. There could be changes in like what they will actually sell it for. You never know.
Also, then IGN spoke to Xbox or Asus and asked what's up. And the reason that they have not set a price is because of, quote, macroeconomic conditions. Which is obviously the moving tariffs.
The tariffs.
And they can't nail it down, and they're going to wait for the last possible second. I would be surprised if it is anything other than these prices.
These ones seem very specific. The like 550, the 900, like that seems pretty... Obviously the 10,000 one or whatever is like, okay, somebody screwed up or that's a placeholder that they just threw in. That's fine. Whatever.
Right. Again, though, I could see these moving like $50 if there's a random new tariff increase in the next, 7 weeks.
And I mean, there definitely could be.
There definitely could be. Absolutely. So we'll see. October 16th, we'll be playing these things. I mean, I'm excited to have Game Pass on the go without needing to be streaming it. That's me.
Sure. Yeah.
Speaking of prices moving because of tariffs, PlayStation has now joined Xbox and Nintendo and is raising the prices of their PlayStation 5s. All three of them are going up $50, meaning a PS5 digital edition that's without a disc drive is now $500, which, if you'll remember, was the price of the launch PS5 with a disc drive.
That's
the
what I
PS5
spent.
with a disc drive is now $550. And if you want a PlayStation 5 Pro without a disc drive, because it only comes without a disc drive, that is $750. And if you want a disc drive, so if you want a PS5 Pro that can read discs, you are looking at $830.
Man. I'm glad I bought when I did now. It saved me
honestly,
some money.
At some point, I'm going to flip my PS5 and make a profit
No
and
kidding.
someone else's day because they're going to get a deal.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like I can't say this enough. If you are even remotely thinking about buying a game console, do it right now because I highly doubt this is the last time they're going up.
Yeah. It's just sad. I don't like it.
Yep. That sucks.
Yeah.
All right, we talked a bit about BioShock 4 and the struggles that was happening last week. Well, things have gotten worse.
Sure. Makes sense.
Cloud Chamber, the developer, was hit with layoffs today. 80 people lost their jobs, which was about a quarter of the studio. They had 250 before the cuts. Along with this, they have brought in Rod Ferguson, who is known in the games industry as a closer. He kind of comes in often on troubled games to help get them over the finish line. He did this a bit with Diablo 4, and he also did this with BioShock Infinite. So, fun fact,
okay.
He's well used to the BioShock universe.
Interesting. Okay.
Jason Schreier did some reporting on this and kind of gave like a nice recap of like, where has BioShock and these studios been, BioShock 4 specifically, since, 2014 for the last 11 years, kind of where it's going. So if you're curious, all the turmoil that's happened, there's a nice write-up from Schreier over on Bloomberg.
This one I can read.
Right now, it seems... Yes, this one I can also read.
Nice.
So,
cool.
Definitely give that a look if that's something you're interested in. But shout out to the people losing their jobs. That sucks.
Yeah.
All right, last one. This is just a bit of like a leak/rumor. It's not confirmed yet, but it is seeming like the next Forza Horizon game might be set in Japan.
Okay. Little Tokyo Drift action. I'm into it.
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you think? Did you play the last one?
Mexico? Was that the last one? Or is that 2 ago?
Mexico was the...
I did play it then.
I think Mexico was the last one.
Yeah, I did play it then. It was cool. Yeah, good game.
Absolutely. I feel like Japan's been like a requested region for a while. It'll also be interesting because this one will probably launch day and date on PS5 now that Microsoft has gone multi-platform. So like this is like a run. This is gonna like carve into some of the like the Gran Turismo at this point.
Yeah.
That because PlayStation just kind of had their, and it's confirmed in the chat. Yes, 5 was Mexico. I was trying to remember if I can remember all of them. 4 was Australia.
I mean, I can look them up here. Hold on.
What was Australia? The first one was like Colorado area, kind of Arizona, Colorado. One of them was in Europe. So 4 was the UK, I'm hearing. Okay, so 3 must have been Australia. I don't remember.
3 Australia. 4 is Britain. Yeah, the UK. 2 was
2.
Southern France and Northern Italy.
Oh, all right.
And Colorado was the first one.
Yeah. So yeah, Japan seems like a good spot to put it.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
All right. That's it for questions. Nope, that's not. That's it for news.
Yeah.
So let's do some questions. TopDownPerspective@gmail.com, at TB Podcast on Blue Sky, the Discord channel, or Claire's P.O. Box are all great ways to send questions in. You could sound like Ace Vera, who writes, what is some solid advice you would give to younger relatives and family members in regards to gaming? I don't necessarily mean as in protect your games because money. I'm referring to the lessons you learned about gaming, game design, and about how to approach a game in a healthy and smart manner. I'll give my personal example. Okay, so you see these pieces of cardboard. Each piece has a value on a board as a game object. Yes, it's good to keep in mind the number of resources in an opponent's hand, but the board is just as important as well. Pay attention to how they play their cards and develop your board accordingly.
That makes sense. He's a Magic the Gathering
like a resource management
fanatic.
game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Magic,
sure.
Yeah, specifically. Okay. Interesting. I mean, one thing I learned from like that game and like card games like it is thinking of health as like a resource that you can actually use, like allowing people to like hit your like your planeswalker, your character, whatever, because it's just the only health that matters is the one between 0 and 1, right? In like every game, really. So that's a weird thing that when you kind of start thinking about that differently, that's a resource, especially in card games. Kind of changes how you can play as well. For video game stuff, though, solid advice. If it has a double jump, you should probably give it Game of the Year. It's probably the first thing. It's at least eligible at that point.
It's now eligible
for Game of the Year. Yeah, especially if you have a podcast where you run down the games every year.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, younger relatives, of which I don't have any, but if these hypothetical younger relatives.
Mm-hmm. Regards to gaming,
I don't know if I have anything like mechanic based, but I would probably try to tell people to play like everything you can, play things you don't think you'd be into, like don't just like stick to what you know you like, because like there are so many games out there. And I feel like in a lot of other mediums, because it's a lot shorter to like get through a movie and stuff, people are more adventurous. But the same thing can happen with games, and I think you should do that.
Yeah. For online stuff, this is something I still have a lot of issues with, is if you're like playing competitive type games, maybe see first of all what you can do to like make your team win before blaming other people. Because that's like, if you start thinking like, I shouldn't have been there or whatever, you'll start actually getting better and having more fun than if you just think that everybody is a complete moron on your team.
Oh, and you're doing perfect and they need to.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically,
here's one. Don't quit a game early.
Sure. Yep.
Don't, like, what are you doing? Grow up.
Grow up and play your games.
Yeah, finish it. If you're losing, okay, whatever. You're still playing a game. Like, it is not the end of the world if you lose a game.
Sure. Yep. No TV until you finish your game.
Don't engage in voice chat. It's always bad. And if you don't think it's bad, it's because you're the one who's actually bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't necessarily agree, because if you're playing a co-op game, you should be able to talk to the people you're playing with, but you shouldn't waste...
No, if you're playing with like just a friend group, that's
even
fine.
randos.
But if you're playing with randos,
no, because why are you making your experience worse? Because you might, like, you're scared of somebody saying some racist shit or something. Just mute them and move on. Find the people that are worth talking to. So, like, I don't know. I don't disagree that you should, like, you can just turn off voice chat most of the time, but I think if you're playing co-op stuff with randos, you should probably try to communicate somehow. Maybe
There's
text.
Just too many scenarios of, like, that person's yelling at somebody in the room, or they've got like a fan going, or music playing. It's like, no.
It is.
You ruined it for everyone.
I will say it is different because you play a lot of stuff on like Xbox where it just automatically sometimes will have that on. On PC, like, people usually have like a setup to talk or a headset that mutes or push to talk or whatever. So there is like a little bit of a different culture, especially because in the 360 era, man, that was traumatizing, because you would go into a game and you're right, people would just be like screaming at each other in their household, or dogs would be barking or whatever. Like, that is very true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know that I have anything else. So, Thomas writes, what do you usually use generative AI, example ChatGPT, for in an average week?
I don't.
I use it pretty frequently to scour customs documents to find specific things that I need to implement for our procedures. So, because I ain't reading pages and pages of legalese. There ain't no way.
Okay. Suku writes, excuse me. Vanillaware games always have incredibly delicious looking food, but can they be beat? What games do you think have the best food graphics? One that came to mind for me was Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter's really, really good. They're probably on par in a lot of ways. Vanillaware, this might arguably be the one thing Vanillaware always does perfectly. So that's going to be hard. They are the Studio Ghibli of food video games.
Okay.
Man. What other options even are there? Because, like, there's stuff like Cooking Mama and whatever, but it's cartoony, like, representations of tomatoes and carrots and stuff. I wouldn't say it's, like, delicious looking, necessarily. Monster Hunter is probably the answer. I would agree with you. Yeah.
I'm going to see best food in games. What are some people saying?
What does Google say?
Top one is Monster Hunter World.
Yeah.
People are also saying Yakuza, Final Fantasy 15's been called up a few times.
Okay, sure.
It seems like it's Monster Hunter or Final Fantasy 15. Those are like the two that everyone's shouting at. So I don't know if Final Fantasy 15, but yeah, I've seen the Monster Hunter stuff.
Somebody said Dragon's Dogma 2 that I looked up, but I've never played that, so I can't confirm or deny myself.
I don't even remember the food in that one. I played so little of it.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Ace Beer in the chat mentions that the giraffe from To a T made a good sandwich and sang about it, and that was pretty great. That was really good.
Okay. That might be the answer then. Zeering writes, due to growing up with the Wii and Wii U as my only childhood consoles, my formative experiences with gaming included motion controls as a core aspect, to the point that it took me a long time to get used to more traditional controllers in my adulthood with the Switch and PS4. Oh, I know where this is going. In what ways did your first consoles permanently shape your gaming perception and opinions? I love tank controls. So every time they're in a 3D game, I'm in. I fucking love tank controls. And they're the thing that everybody hates. But when you play hundreds of hours of Resident Evil, you get used to them as second nature pretty quick.
I don't know if anything from early on kind of like made me cement that way, because it was like, you know, Sega Genesis, PS1, N64, and I'm not sitting here being like, so I love the D-pad, because I'm an analog stick guy.
Oh, see, I love the D-pad for the reasons you said.
And then it's not like I'm sitting here being like, well, I played a bunch of N64, so I love when my controller can be held in two different orientations. Like,
I'll tell you. Okay, I'll give you another one then. GoldenEye had inverted looking, and it ruined my brain until I was in my mid-20s. I couldn't play games without inverting. It was so bad.
Yeah, I don't have that problem either. Yeah. I don't know, and I'm trying to figure out why I don't have anything like that. Like, part of me is like, maybe I just played enough games that it just kind of like nothing stuck, and I molded myself to kind of the standard that is current.
I think it's because you don't replay games enough where you get ingrained into the way that one game does something enough. You move on to another thing, and it changes it up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I have problems when it deviates from the norm these days. Like, if I'm using like a pro controller where I'm like using stuff on the back buttons, it takes me a long time to get used to those because I just don't have like the muscle memory of like, oh, I'm gonna put duck on, you know, my ring finger, so that I have my camera controls. And it's like, sure, if I learned this overall, it would be more efficient, but I just don't have that muscle memory, and I'm not playing like competitively that one game over and over where I need to do that.
Yeah. What if does this ever screw you up if you go between like an American game and a Japanese game where I guess on an Xbox controller it would be A, on an American controller would be like okay or accept, but it would be B for like Japanese games because they switch those sometimes.
That used to be a thing. I don't feel like it's like that much anymore. And then the closest thing I can think it would be Nintendo, because they have A on the right.
Sure.
One thing I will say that has been annoying is I've been going back and forth between Tears of the Kingdom and Donkey Kong. Tears of the Kingdom jump is X, right? That's the top button.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I think.
And then Donkey Kong, that's like punch up, isn't it? So
yes, that's right. Yeah.
So when I was playing a bunch of Tears of the Kingdom, I went to New York and I came back and played some Donkey Kong. I kept like missing all these jumps because I was running at the ledge and then just punching up as I fell.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that's a thing for sure. I had the same problem going back to Donkey Kong after playing Metroid Fusion as well, where I got used to jumping, I think, B, like the down button on the face button. And so I would keep punching down when I wanted to jump in Donkey Kong, for example. So yeah, I understand. I have a really weird, specific, super niche thing that I still remember, like, messed with my brain. So back years ago when Resident Evil 8 HD Remaster came out, which was a remaster of the GameCube version that came out on, like, modern consoles, so the PS4 and Xbox and all that stuff at the time. Before it came out here, I bought it early because it came out in Japan, and I just like used my Japanese PlayStation account so I could play it on PlayStation 4. That game, because it was Japanese, used, we'll say the circle button because it's a PlayStation controller, the circle button to like accept or whatever. But the PlayStation's like UI used that to back out. So I had this weird thing where anytime I went to the cross media bar or whatever, I had to switch my brain immediately as what was accept and what was like, it was weird. So when I got into this loop of like, why can't I go back? Oh, right. Pressing the wrong button. The very, very specific situation, but that was weird.
Phantom Aegis writes, what's a movie your younger self would have not appreciated or liked?
Movie? Man.
Probably anything with like not a lot of kind of action or flashy stuff, but just like more of like a talky movie. Like I doubt my younger self would have been into The Social Network.
Sure.
But I'm also going like really young because, you know, that came out when I was like 18 and I loved it. But like my really younger self probably wouldn't have been to that. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, another like very talk heavy movie. Younger self probably would not have been into that either.
Yeah. I'm just looking at my shelf here to see if there's anything that stands out. Probably the same thing. Movies that are like a little bit slower. I generally don't like a lot of Wes Anderson's movies, but like I definitely as a kid would have hated all of them.
No, I remember still like I was into Fantastic Mr. Fox, and then Moonrise Kingdom is one of my favorites, which I watched when I was a kid. I've always been big into movies though, so it would have been pretty hard for me to find one that I was like really not into.
Yeah. Final question from Rasterman says, if you were to write a guide about something, what would it be? Write a guide about something.
Probably like my work, like video editing, like best practices, or I could probably pretty easily do one about like how to work out properly.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking like in video games or whatever, but I literally write procedures every day of my life. So I write guides all the time that I force people to follow.
Game-wise,
like Resident Evil 1 probably, because games that I've like speed run or whatever.
Are you talking like a walkthrough guide, like here's how to beat Resident Evil 1 most efficiently kind of thing?
If it's just that, like a casual guide, I could write one about any of the classic Resident Evils, at least 1 to like 3, probably not 4.
I don't know if I could do that for like any game, but I probably could do something if it was more of like kind of an experiential, like, hey, I want to get like a good video game understanding about maybe this topic or this genre, and then I probably have enough experience to be like, oh, well, you should start with this, and then this company kind of took that idea and they evolved it with this one, and so, you know, I could probably do something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a few answers.
I just want to quickly revisit because I saw Shin Godzilla as an answer for the movie that you would not have appreciated. I would have loved that movie, but Godzilla -1, I think I would have been annoyed when I was younger that there wasn't more Godzilla, and as an adult, I just love actually all of the drama and Godzilla being kind of just like this weird factor in this world and not necessarily like the star of it. That would have annoyed me as a kid.
Or I could see that as a kid. You're like, it says Godzilla on the box. I want Godzilla. I don't care about.
I don't want a human drama.
Going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then the problem is the modern Godzilla movies. Anytime they do put humans involved, it's like these are the worst.
They're
I don't
awful.
want to know what's going on with. I don't. They have no. They're just dumb.
Totally.
Like none of these are interesting.
Yep.
So yeah, kind of a weird twist. All right. Now it's going to do it for questions. If you want to send in questions for next week, topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Blue Sky, the Discord channel, or Claire's P.O. Box. What's your game of the week?
Metroid Fusion.
I guess I'll give it to the Rogue Prince of Persia.
Nice.
And with that, I'm going to go watch Peacemaker Season 2.
Me too. I'm excited.
Yep. Get some dinner. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.